Alright guys, and welcome back for a new review. Today we're going to take a look at a retro review. Today we're going to take a look at the 1995 12-inch collector hero Wolverine. So as I said, this one came out in 95. It's a 12-inch tall, fully posable action figure. Very cool figure. This was a really cool line. It came out again in the 90s. Pretty much during the height of the X-Men cartoon. He came with his full uniform for being a superhero, and he also came with his civilian outfit, which is a really cool option. And then flipping it around to the back, you can see that you get a little bio, a description of both looks, the other figures during that time. Pretty cool. And there's the date. So this is one I've had in storage for a while. I figured I'd pull it out because I'm pretty interested in picking up the new 12-inch Marvel Legends Wolverine that's coming out. So I thought I'd go and take a look back at this figure. So I'm just going to pull the box aside. I already do have one open, and this is him in his civilian outfit. Pretty cool that they gave the option for two outfits. That was a nice thing, and it does have that full leather, but as you can see, it's, you know, from 95 and over 20 years old, and it's still holding up, didn't dry rot and crumble, which is definitely a nice thing. It's a very bulky figure. That's his alternate boots. So I'm going to go ahead and take this uniform off and show you him in his superhero costume. Alright, so here's Wolverine in his superhero costume. It's his 1990s Jim Lee yellow and black and blue uniform. So this is what he would look like. Not really the greatest look, to be honest. It was a little cheesy looking, but it did give you the option, which was nice, to switch out to the civilian look, which is typically the way I display this figure. Obviously that's how he was when we started this review, but still pretty cool. So taking a closer look here at the mask, it's just a clip-on mask. So you can just clip it on, take it off kind of deal. Pretty simple design. There's no back to it, just a clip-on piece. Same thing for the gloves. The claws are really pretty cheesy, but this being from 95, you know, that's somewhat forgivable. But it really does not look very good at all. And of course the gloves are just clip on, so you can see the inside of his hands. He did also come with another accessory, which is his sword. So that was pretty nice. They gave him a X-Men sword, little X on the handle. It's in a gold color. And he could hold it with or without the gloves, because they did create the hole so you could slip it through. So that was a neat option. The body that they gave this figure is pretty massive too. They really did break the mold. I mean, compared to like the G.I. Joes even of the time. You can tell this guy is just really very bulky. And he's got an interesting articulation feature. So head can move left and right, arms forward, back, and out. A little squeaky because it's made out of that PVC style plastic. He does have elbow articulation. So he had a skeleton underneath that would allow him to move forwards and back a few clicks. His waist had articulation at the hip, so it could go forward, back, and to the side. And he also had completely seamless legs, so you could articulate the knee on that same ratchet system. Very similar to the 90s Hall of Fame G.I. Joes. And that was it for articulation, so not a whole lot of points of articulation, but enough to get some basic poses out of the figure, which is pretty cool. And next up, I'll bring in some other figures just to give you a comparison on the actual size of them. Okay, so here's a size comparison. So this is Wolverine next to another figure from the exact same wave. This was Spider-Man. So you can see pretty in line with the height. This is a much bigger body than the Spider-Man, as it should be. But of course the height on Wolverine should be shorter. But nonetheless, that's the scale. And this is one of the Marvel Legends Spider-Man figures. That 12-inch version. Very cool figure, by the way. And you can see he's pretty well dwarfed by this Wolverine. This Wolverine is really a massive figure. So I'm guessing when the actual Marvel Legends one hits, of course it's going to be shorter from what I've seen from some reviews. So again, completely dwarfed by this larger 95 figure. So bring in a couple more figures just to give you a little bit more idea on scale. Okay, and here's a couple more figures just for scale. So here we have the Days of Future Past Hot Toys Wolverine and the Marvel Legends Wolverine figure, just to give you another idea on scale. As you can see, height is pretty comparable actually, but you could tell the bulk is obviously to the 95 figure. Very big bulky figure, as I've been saying. Alright guys, so that's it. That's been a look at the 1995 Toy Biz 12-inch collector hero Wolverine. Very cool figure. There was another one in this line, and with that one was the brown and yellow, like this style of Wolverine that came out. He didn't come with the alternate civilian outfit, and they did actually also re-sculpt the body for that one. This one has a very, as I've said, massive chest, and they actually tuned that back a bit on the second version. So this is the bigger version 1, and again they re-sculpted it for version 2 that they came out with about a year or so later. So anyway, that's been a look. I hope you guys enjoyed this look back at the 1995 Toy Biz Wolverine. And until next time, guys, thanks for watching.